Machine Pencil Cartography. The goal of this channel is to build a catalog of textbook navigational problems. This catalog is intended to be a comprehensive inventory of unique navigational scenarios. We will then strive to perform focus studies, which will hone in on each of our navigational scenarios, and we will aim to create expert solutions for each navigational scenario, which will describe our best practices. This way, we are not simply covering the techniques that will enable us to get the job done as a nouvelle technique. Instead, we are covering the techniques that will enable us to excel in a navigational discipline. Today, I hope to discuss a common navigational scenario that each of us encounter as a common occurrence. In this scenario, we are traveling down a rural road. We will come to an intersection of two roads, and we will make a simple counterclockwise turn at a perpendicular angle and then continue down the second road as our new navigational course. Therefore, we will be discussing conventional techniques for performing turns. We may begin examining the geographical stage involved in this scenario, and we will find that the bare minimum stage will involve at least two roads that will come together to form a square angle at their intersection. According to our best practices, we will rely upon the conventions of polar coordinate systems in order to produce the best quality study material available. For this reason, we will imagine that our first road will be traveling due east, so that our initial heading will align with the 0-degree heading on the unit circle. Then we will plot our navigational carrier, making a 90-degree turn onto a second road that is aligned due north. And we are turning counterclockwise according to a best practice that comes from trigonometry. It can be demonstrated that this maneuver will involve two different navigational headings. In the initial phase of this maneuver, the carrier will be following a tranquil bearing heading due east, and in the final phase of this maneuver, the carrier will be following a tranquil bearing heading due north. We should focus on what the navigational carrier does at the moment that this turn is executed. Then we will practice recognizing the diverse attitudes that are available during this maneuver. This is known as the wheelover point, and we can practice different wheelover attitudes. Unique wheelover attitudes will demonstrate different transitions between the two tranquil navigational bearings that comprise the track for this exercise. There are two prolific wheelover attitudes that deserve our consideration. The first wheelover attitude is known as the button-hook turn, and the second wheelover attitude is known as the jug-handle turn. The button-hook turn is known for being a very narrow turn, performed with a very small turning radius. The button-hook turn is emblematic of a vehicle, such as a roadster vehicle or a sedan, that is tuned for exciting high-speed maneuvers, and these vehicles have very good agility, which allows them to make these sharp turns. By contrast, the jug-handle turn is known for being a very wide turn, performed with a very large turning radius. The way that I frequently think about jug-handle turns is that this turn is perfect for large vehicles, such as trucks carrying heavy cargo loads. These trucks often display a bumper sticker on the back that cautions other drivers that these vehicles make very wide turns. The jug-handle turn is a classic lesson that is taught to people when they are receiving their commercial driver's license. Because when you are driving a commercial vehicle, these vehicles often have longer chassis beds, and as a result, they have larger turning radiuses. It is a consequence of their vehicle architecture. As the person conveying this information, it is important to supervise your learning experience by demonstrating that the wheelover attitudes at their fundamental nature are a form of agility, as wheelover attitudes are concerned with the vehicle's ability to rapidly change direction, and that the ability to change direction falls under the topic of agility. I would encourage my viewers to go watch my video on pirouettes, where I discuss the spectacular ability of ballerinas to stand on one foot and to perform these spinning maneuvers. It is prudent that we should all consider how wheel-over attitudes are closely related to the ability to perform a pirouette. It is prudent to think about wheel-over techniques as though they are a variant of the standard pirouette technique, which is used as a means of steering the vehicle, and that the wheel-over techniques should always occur in the context of tranquil motion. Thanks guys, this has been Machine Pencil Cartography, signing out.